last time on the Guru Brew Tech Show. What I'd like to do is have a central location, like right here, with a monitor pointing this way and one pointing that way. Here's a rough drawing of my monitor stand. This would be a single upright and then two cross pieces with a monitor here and here. And this is what I have so far. I figure I better end this video because this is a Wednesday video. Here we go. So I have a regular washer and a lock washer. I think I can tighten that enough to squeeze that together. If not, I can put a one of those other types of lock washers with the teeth. And I thought about putting a thumb screw here too. But I think once I get this set up, I won't even need it. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Gives a little range of tilt if I need it, you know. So there's quite a bit of range there. I'm pretty happy with that. That'll work. So there it is. All the brackets are on. These aluminum brackets I decided to make instead of using the ones that were on there. They're just simple and less weight, you know. But I do have quite a bit of range of motion. I've got a wing nut on these, but I probably will never turn it again. I can move these rails in and out if I want to put bigger or smaller monitors, you know, each one. And this mount will accommodate the newer monitors. So, yeah. Let me swing it around here and show you what it looks like from the front. You know, you can mess with them. Tip it this way. Tip it this way. So now what I need to do is get power and signal up here. So I'll work on that next. Okay, so I have my two power cables on here. And you know, I could just zip tie them to here and run them down the pole. But what I think I should do is join them, hard join them here, and then have a single wire run down. Kind of like that idea. So I guess I'll just join them right here. Let me get some tape. And I'll cut and splice that as a single wire and get rid of the shorter one. I'll keep this meaty one. That way I'll just have one wire going down the pole. So let's go cut this and solder this wire. So what I want to do is keep the longer, thicker wire. So I'm going to cut them both, but this one's going to be the short one. And then one more. Now I should tell you that the main reason why I'm doing this, combining these cords, besides the fact that you have to have multiple cords come down the pole, the fact that I like is, you know, you only need one outlet, you know, and outlets under tables are scarce, you know, so this will help. These cutters are not working well. I'm gonna go get a different pair. Yeah, these ones were stiff, sticky. Cutters on these don't work good though. Man, I need to buy some new die cutters. When you're doing AC lines, you want to make sure you have good penetration with the solder. No cold joints on that. Somebody's calling me. Can't stop, sorry. Alright, I'll be back. So I missed the call anyway. I'll call back. Okay, great. So hopefully, if I did it right, the heat shrink tube will go right over everything. So yeah, I think that'll be just fine. 2 in 1. A lot of work, but why not? There we go. 2 in 1. I'll just zip tie that right there. That'll be good. Alright, here's what we have so far, and yes, the wire that I made works. Now, this is that pipe insulation, you know, foam. Has a slit in it. How about I cut it to length and hide my wires with it? Let's do that. So I stole this off my water pipes downstairs. I'll have to replace it. I love my giant scissors I got from Harbor Freight. Let's see how this fits. Just put the split in the back. That fits nice. Show it to you. What do you think? Fits down in that cup. Here's all the wires coming out the back. I'll probably drill a hole in the table and send them right down through. Yeah, look at that. Maybe I could put a little piece right here too. I don't think I have enough though. Yeah, man, I dig it. I like that. I had a little piece and I stuck it right in the middle. I'll get some more of this to replace the stuff I stole off my water heater, and I'll cover that up. Yeah, it's good. You can also use those pool noodles that you see at the dollar store, you know, if they have black. Works for me. And there's the other side. Yeah, I'll definitely get more than insulation and put it on that pipe higher. And I added a isobar surge protector that I can plug the monitors and other things into. So yeah, now they're powered. Well, that's it for now for the monitor stand. Now, I have a computer here that runs this machine, but I need another computer over here. And if you look at the computer it's currently here to run this, this is just a Windows 7 compact, like a Pentium 4 business class. And I've got some of these under my table that I saved. Maybe I can find one similar to this. Very rugged, and they run forever. Let's go see what I have under my table. So I've got a secret stash under my table of these old business class machines. And I've saved them because they're durable and they have parallel ports and they last forever. So I've got my eye on this machine right here. Doesn't look real pretty, but it should do the job. Let me pull it out of there and see what it's all about. Should be about a Pentium 4. I'm going to take a quick look at it and make sure it's what I want before I get into it. So we've got our parallel port here. It's got USBs, good ventilation, has Ethernet, a video card. So yeah, let's see the front. A single CD-ROM. It's even got a floppy there. So yeah, this might be a good candidate. Let's go plug it in and see what it does. I don't even know if it has a hard drive. So yeah, this is a Pentium 4, 1.6 gigahertz. It appears to have a hard drive, and the BIOS are from 2002, so this will easily run Windows XP, and that's what we need. Let's go ahead and pull the cover off here and see what the internals look like. It's been sitting under that table for forever. Yeah, looks like we might have a winner though. At first glance it looks just fine. It's got a modern processor, so that's good. It doesn't have a slot 1. And yeah, it does have a hard drive right there. You can see there's 3 memory banks here and they're all filled. This has 512 meg. I could probably bump that up, but it's really not needed for XP. But if I happen to see some memory, I'll add it. Good ventilation. It even has an onboard speaker, so I'll be able to hear beeps and blips, you know. That could be important. So I do have to clean this up, but I'm also going to have to install the operating system. Hopefully the CD player still functions, which it doesn't appear to be doing. It's not opening. A trick that sometimes works is if you hit them. Like that. I grabbed a keyboard and mouse out of my stock room and I picked the PS2 over the USB because I want all the USB performance to be given to the joystick, you know, the Xbox one, so this will help a little. Perfect, perfect. You like my little setup here? Kind of ghetto. Okay, I got a mouse and keyboard. Let's see if there's an operating system on this thing. I'm already starting to like this stand better already. Look how I can get the computer and the monitor in. Sweet. What's happening? Hey, look at there. I got XP on this thing. I might not have to install an operating system after all. I'll just erase everything off the install, put on Mach 3 and then set it up. That'll save a little time. I like running the XP because it's very stable, you know, and doesn't require... Oh yeah, this is an old computer from the days of teaching computer class. There I am right there, instructor. And then Linda 101 used this computer. Oh. So yeah, I know this is a pretty clean computer because I actually used to use these. I had 10 of these, no, 12 of these in a room, and I would teach computer. That was a few years back. Anyway, that's what these machines are from, so I'm going to run through the add remove programs and just delete everything, and I'll remove Linda's account and then start installing Mach 3. Yep. Simple. I like it when it goes simple. So I decided to bring the computer that's working on this machine up on the table, and I've got Mach 3 running. That way I can set this one up easier and just copy the settings, but I'll go through it with you too so you can see how everything's done. But yeah, that's what it looks like with both of them going at the same time. And I looked at this computer. This is a compact, but it's a Pentium 4 just like that one, so really, except for the badge, they got a lot in common. Almost the same machine, processor-wise. I guess I should clarify why I'm using desktop computers instead of just a laptop, you know? Why couldn't you just set a laptop here and a screen and everything? Well, the answer is laptops aren't very good for this purpose because they have special interrupts for the battery-saving features of laptops. They're made to save power when not in use. So even if you have a laptop that has an appropriate parallel port, perhaps some of the features that run the battery saving mode cannot be shut off because it's a mobile processor, you know. Now some have been able to run Mach 3 successfully on laptops, but it's better just to stay away from them. Besides that, the dusty environment for laptops is not good, whereas these beasts here run very cool, and you know, they got a large metal protection around them, so that's why I stay away from laptops. So the first thing I do when I'm going to use a computer for a CNC computer is I shut off all the power saving things, like never turn off the monitor or the disk or go into standby. We don't want it to do any of that. We don't want hibernation or anything. We just want it on all the time. Even the screensaver, shut it off. None. Okay, I'm going to get an Ethernet cable on this and go to Mach3 and start downloading their software. I'm going to have to order a couple of these 15-foot monitor extensions to make it underneath the table. I'm going to drill a hole in the table and run it up through. This will give me plenty. So I need to get 2 of these. Okay, I've got my Ethernet cable hooked up and I'm downloading Firefox. I like to use Firefox, and then after I get that done, I'll go for the Mach3. I'm going to stick that memory module on here now. After a restart, that is. Alright, I want Mach3 with Mach3 add-ons. Let's see. Huh. They have a separate one for Vista here. So Vista must work a little bit different than Windows 7 or XP. So I'm going to take this one with the add-ons. And the nice thing about Mach3 is once you pay for a license, which is just over $100, very cheap for what it is, you can use it on other machines that you have. So I'll just copy over the license from my other install and put it in the folder, and it'll be ready to go. I won't have to buy another license. So that's really nice. Okay, so that's downloaded, and I have a pop-up for Java. So I'm going to take the Java too, because I think I might need it. So installing Java, and there may be some other little packages too that I'll have to install for Mach to work properly. I'll just work through them till I'm done. Okay, now we can go ahead and go to our Mach3 download and start installing it. Let's see. Let's take everything, and also I want this lazy cam too. Yep. And we're using a mill, and we'll call this gyro, JGRO. That's the name of the poster that gave the plans away, the gyro. Next. Here we go. Now it's installing LazyCam. LazyCam, maybe we'll do something on it in the future. It's just a quick little program for drawing simple shapes and cutting them, you know. Okay, now you have to install Visual C++, and I remember this. Make sure you install this or it will not work. So yeah, more installing. I'll be back. So I'm just now finishing up LazyCam, and I had to install Visual C++. Now it's going for a parallel port driver, also very important. And as we add things like our joystick for our Xbox controller and other things, we'll have to add on to our install, but keep it simple at first, you know, just enough to get Mach3 itself running. Looks like it's going to restart. So there it is in the stock configuration. I haven't done anything with the settings. We're going to wait till we get the controller for that. But this computer is set up and waiting for more configuration. Just like that one. Except this one is set up for the Techno router, you know. The settings will be different for this one. And we'll go through all those settings and I'll show you how to set it up for this machine. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we've got here today. I can't go any farther on the Windows install until the controller is done, and then we can finish up with that. And I have to order a couple VGA cables to get the computers down under the table. I hope you're enjoying this series. It's a lot of fun doing, and I think we'll end up with a really nice machine after we're done. Leave us a comment down below. It helps our YouTube rank out quite a bit. And a thumbs up. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.